Pam, how you guys doing? Just a quick video about NFTs. Okay, so this is one of the projects that we minted. So we minted it for 40 ADA. So here you can see that the floor, which means the cheapest one, is costing now 140 ADA. Now, remember I said we minted it for 40 ADA. So we the person or the company who made this specific NFT, we bought it from them. All of us bought it for 40 ADA, and now the floor is obviously 140. So which means we are in profit in over 200%. There we can see that there are 10,000 items. So this collection has 10,000. We have 2,613 people who own these NFTs, and we can see that the trading volume since it exists is at 1.66 million. So what do you have to know? We minted it, or we bought it for 40 ADA, and now the floor or the cheapest one is selling for 140 ADA. And why is that? If I go to activity and I show you that the activity for the last few days, etc. Let me just take this ad away. The floor has been going up, or the NFT has been is basically going up in value. It used to be a bit less if I were to go down, but a whole lot of people are buying this now. Why? Because it's going to start paying us now passive income on a daily basis. For as long as you hold this NFT, it's paying you passively. You can see there it was still cheaper. A while back it was even more cheaper. So if we go back in time, you would see it was selling for way less. But as time progress, it's basically going up in value because this team is building a nice game. You don't need to play the game, you just need to hold this NFT, and then you will start earning passive income. And then obviously you can always sell the NFT whenever you like. So yes, that's just a short video about Dilbert NFTs, or NFTs in general. Hi fam, how you doing? Okay, so 2 days ago, I sent you a short video, or you've watched on YouTube or wherever you watched it. I made the first video, so this is the second video. So the basics of NFTs basically. So I told you that when we minted Dilberts, we minted it for 40 ADA, and 2 days ago it was on 140 ADA. So then we obviously had like 200% in profit. But now we can see that the floor, or the cheapest NFT for Dilbert's collection, is now selling at 196 ADA. So why is the floor moving up? Because if you look at the activity, people are constantly buying the NFTs. Why? The number one reason why I got into NFTs is I was tired of depreciating assets. So I take my money, I buy a few Uber cars, and the cars lose value. The drivers bump my car, sorry, etc. There's a whole lot of stuff in that business model. So I was tired, obviously, of depreciating assets. So instead, I sold my Ubers. I bought NFTs. The NFTs go in value because there's more demand, more people want it. There are only 10,000 of this specific project. I remember there are a whole lot of projects, but I'm only speaking about this one specific project because I think that if I keep it simple, people understand better instead of explaining a whole lot of projects at once. So there are only 10,000, more and more people want it. Already 2,600 wallets are holding. So 2,600 different people are holding this 10K. So one has one, others have more, etc. So now we can see that the price is at 196. And let's go and see what happens now. So as long as I hold this NFTs, I am staking it So I'm earning, it's like interest that you're earning. So remember, NFTs are not cryptocurrency. So these NFTs, for as long as I hold it, every epoch, an epoch is 5 days. Every epoch, I'm earning 1,340 derp tokens. So that is a cryptocurrency. For as long as I'm holding all of these NFTs, they are now generating me income of so much cryptocurrency. And as a result, I can now sell this on a weekly basis, this uh, derp, or I can use that to make my NFTs more or add stuff to my NFTs to make them worth more. So on the next video, I'll go deeper into it. Like for instance, remember the cheapest NFT is 196, but that doesn't say that all of them are now 196, because if you go to the market, you would see that if one buys the one for 196, the cheapest one would be 198, etc. So when I say the floor is thin, I mean that there are not a lot being sold at that price. So whenever one gets bought, the floor moves up fast. Now, remember, all of these, we bought them for 40 ADA each. But now let's say you minted it and you got a buff Durbird. So that is what I basically also hold. So let's see the buff body. So here you see the buff. There are only 311 buffs out of the 10,000 collection. Eh? Look at the body of this one. You will see what the buff body looks like. The buff body. I have one buff body. So you can see the cheapest buff is selling at 1,000 ADA already. We also bought that for 40 ADA. So I'm just giving you snippets so you can basically follow along as we go forward. We don't want to put NFTs in the box because there are so much things that you can actually do. So let's say one person buys four buffs, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the floor is already at 1,200. Let's say a person doesn't want this one, he maybe wants a more unique one, let's say the white one, then you would pay this for it. This is 25,000 ADA. So yeah, but all of these, when we minted it for 40 ADA. So that is another short video about NFTs. See you in my next video. Hey guys. So let's go a step further. So this is video 3, and we will go now a bit further, more faster. So Dirbirds, even though they have this specific collection, they also have different collections. If you click here, you would go to their website, their Twitter, their Discord. Discord is like WhatsApp almost. So yeah, but it's just more organized. I prefer Discord. So if you were to go to their website, you would get here and you can read up on them. So just let's go back. So this is obviously the marketplace where you can trade them. But if I put in here derp, you would see they have derp apes, derp links, derp eggs, and parrots. Now I'm not going to explain all of the projects, but having a derp bird basically got you all of these, so you could get this. But yeah, that for another day. Parrot is basically they will be fighting against their birds. So remember, it's a gaming experience. So how do you get the parrot? You can either come here and buy them. Cheapest one is 111, as you can see there. But let's say you want to be smart about it. You want to mint your own parrot. So what you will do is you will buy a bird and you will buy a egg. So once you have a bird and an egg,
you would then go to the website. Remember, you have that in your wallet. So now you say you'll play along. Now you invade with Braid. Remember the Durbits team, they are building tech like no one other on Cardano in terms of NFT tech at this point of time. So for this experience, yeah, yeah. And put the sound off. You choose a Durbit. Depending on which Durbit you choose, it will give you certain points. Um, so the higher up, the more likely you will get a rank 4 parade. So rank 1 is the lowest, is the cheapest, rank 2, rank 3, rank 4, etc. But you can get anything, but just increasing your luck. This is basically just increasing your luck to give a better one. So this is a normal, you can see there, it's an uncommon Durbit. But let's say if I take a scare Durbit, which is a more rare one, it's was supposed to show scares. But let's say if I take a buff, buff gives me 50. You see? So it's not 10 anymore, but I'm definitely not using my buff. I'm using this one, for instance. So if I go, then now I need to add an egg. So I add an egg. Give it some time. So now the eggs pick up. So I choose an egg, add. So now I can increase my luck by adding more uh, eggs. Can you see the red is going up? The more eggs I add, and there it moves up. But I'm obviously not doing this. So you see, if I delete the eggs, my luck decreases. If I were to finalize, then it would print me a bed. So that is how I invade. This is basically just about this project, right? So let's go back. I'm not um, doing this, but if I've invaded and I, for instance, got the following um, period, you will see, in fact, let me not cover this today. Now, you can get back any period, but let's say you got a buff body. I got buff bodies 4 times. So let us go and see body. There are only 104 of those ones. But now we see that those ones are not selling for 110, which the cheapest trade is selling for, but they are selling for 2,500. And these two are the ones that I'm selling. So that is more than 10xing my money. So they are there for sale. So anyone can come and buy them. So when they buy them, I automatically get the money into my wallet. So, however, if I don't decide to sell them, I can always stake them. So this is the Durbird staking app. It's only available on computer for now. Um, but not that you need to have a computer in order to stake. You can just connect your wallets, but to view all of these. So for every Durbird asset that you have, you are earning XP, and that XP earns you Durb coins. So this is where we get a bit more technical, etc. But just understand that for the more Durbirds you have, the more Durb tokens you can earn, and the Durb tokens you can either use for a raffle, or you can either use go and sell them on the open market and yeah, for cash. However, if you want to use it for the raffles, then you will be able to get into a raffle and most probably win a space bud. So let us go and see what space buds are selling for. So let's say you took a 100 derp token and you enter the raffle and you win a space bud. So the space bud is selling for 3,000 odd. Let's just wait for this to update. The flow should update those 3,800 ADA. So you can actually win um, way more expensive NFTs. So I'm holding quite a bit of the bit NFTs. But yeah, it I obviously started small collection, and you build up as you go. But thanks so much for tuning into this video. See you in the next.